Hi, I'm Andy Sherwood, Sophos Business Development Manager at Arrow. I'm here today in Sophos' office at Abingdon to talk about all things AI. I'm joined by Sally Adam. Hi Sally.
Hello.
Do you want to just introduce yourself for everybody watching?
Yeah, thank you. So I'm Sally Adams, Senior Director in Sophos Product Group.
Perfect.
Great to be with you today.
Thank you. So we'll start the first question. So there's a lot of hype around AI at the minute. Everybody's talking about it. How widely is it actually used in cybersecurity in real world businesses?
Yeah, so the reality is that almost all organisations are using AI in some capacity. In fact, 98% according to our research. And I think they use it in three main ways. So they use deep learning models that are embedded in their cybersecurity products, such as the models that are in Sophos Endpoint that are automatically detecting and stopping threats. They also use generative AI, such as the Gen AI assistant that we have in Sophos XDR. And they're also using it in-house to help them elevate their cybersecurity. So one good example is using AI to help them build more effective phishing simulation training emails to help with their user awareness training. So yeah, overall pretty widely used.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's only going to increase as time goes on, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what is Sophos' approach then to AI?
Yeah, great question. Well, our belief at Sophos is that AI, together with human expertise, can really add huge value to the Defender toolkit. And this is a position that's based on a lot of experience because we've been doing AI for a long time. We've had it embedded in our solutions for approaching a decade. And those solutions have been battle hard and tested in the real world. But I think the key point is not just the AI on its own. Of course, the AI is important, but it's that human element too. And we're lucky we've got a lot of expertise in that area. Yes, of course, in AI, but also in threats, in security operations, in how AI can make a difference. And it's when those two really come together that I think the magic can happen. Yeah. And that's what we're really focused on delivering.
Perfect. So I guess that leads on nicely then to how does Sophos go about building these AI models? You know, where do you actually start?
Yeah, well, we start with what's the challenge? What is the situation that we can improve? And we'll have a look at the threat landscape, what's going on, how is that evolving? How can we keep our customers ahead of those attacks? And so we'll see what's going on there. We'll look at the challenges that organizations are facing too. How can we help them? A good example perhaps is we know that business email compromise emails have become a lot more sophisticated and harder to detect. So how can we keep them out of our users' inboxes? So we understand, right, that's what we want to do. And next it's thinking, how are we going to go about it? You know, do we want to use deep learning model? Do we want to use a Gen AI model? Do we want a large model or a small model? You know, what's going to be the right technology approach? And how are we going to build it into the solution? So luckily for us, you know, we've got a lot of expertise in all those areas, so we can bring the people together and then work out, right, we know what we want to achieve, let's now figure out how we're going to build the AI and also how we're going to engineer it securely into the products. And then, you know, an outcome that we get at the end of it is, for example, the business email compromise detection that's built into Sophos email.
Perfect. Okay, so just to expand on that a little bit, what would you say are the biggest benefits that AI can deliver for cybersecurity?
Yeah, so I would categorize them in three main ways. You know, scale, efficiency, and empowerment. And scale is huge. You know, attackers are constantly increasing the volume of threats. You know, they're using automation, they're using as a service models to increase the amount of threats that they're pumping out. And for example, a well-engineered, well-trained deep learning model can stop threats at a rate that a human could just never ever keep up with. You know, and they're doing it 24/7. They don't need lunch breaks. They don't have off moments. So you know, it's really important for that scale piece, keeping us as defenders ahead of the attackers. But also great for efficiency. It takes away quite a lot of the heavy lifting, the kind of overhead work, so that people can actually use their skills, their experiences to apply them and to make a difference to resolve the issue. And following on from that, I think there's also a big empowerment piece. You know, if you've got the AI that's taking away perhaps some of the really dull, heavy stuff, the data analysis, and instead it's giving you a summary, you know, it's much more empowering, it's much more rewarding for you as an individual, you know, who's working in cybersecurity. So yeah, three main benefits that I would say.
Okay, so we've touched on it a little bit about how attackers are using AI, but just to expand on that a little bit, I mean, do you see kind of a new era of cyber threats as AI increases?
So I think for me, this is one of the big misnomers around AI. There isn't a wholly changing threat landscape because of AI. And a key point to take away is that actually AI brings a lot more advantages for the defenders than it does for the adversary. So, first off, we're in a good position. But, we do need to be mindful of how attackers are using AI. And I think it's two main ways, and actually quite similar to how legitimate organizations are using it. One is for internal efficiency. We've seen threat actor groups create forums with chatbots, AI-powered chatbots, to take away some of the day-to-day operations, streamline communications. The other big way that attackers are using AI is to improve the quality of their content. And this particularly translates into scams. So this is probably the biggest area of risk, the biggest change in the threat landscape due to AI. So we're seeing better quality phishing emails. Previously we'd say to people, look out for poor grammar, look out for poor spelling, but you can get a perfectly written email from ChatGPT in a minute now. So those things are going away. And adversaries building on this are moving into other forms of scams. We're seeing an increase in voice phishing or vishing. We're also starting to see more video-based scams as well. So those are the things that everyone needs to be aware of. And then think about, okay, how do I incorporate this into the user awareness training so my team members can be mindful of how the threats are evolving.
Yeah, perfect. Makes sense and slightly scary at the same time.
Yeah.
So what should you think about when evaluating AI capabilities within cybersecurity products then?
Yeah, so I think the first thing to consider is, how good are the AI models that are in this solution? To borrow a phrase from our American friends, is garbage in, garbage out. Yeah. So the quality of the data is really important, the data that the model is trained on. But also thinking about, what's the skills of the team behind it? How much do they know about AI? How much do they know about threats and security operations? So how well equipped is the team to take that AI technology and build the right model? And then also be thinking about the development and rollout processes. Our research has shown 89% of organizations worry that flaws in the Gen AI and their security products can introduce harm. So think about how robust are those security controls? What's the QA process? What's the rollout, so that that if you're incorporating a technology with AI, which is a hugely powerful tool, into your business, you can do it with comfort, with confidence.
Great, okay. So we've talked about the benefits of AI.
Yeah.
What are the risks then?
Yeah, of course. Any technology brings risks, and it's really important to keep them in mind. So, there's the risk of poor quality AI, just as we were talking about. But another important risk that you need to keep in mind is over-reliance on AI. AI is in all aspects of our lives, thinking about which movie to watch of an evening. AI is suggesting ideas to us. And it's easy to just take the AI for granted and assume that the AI is always right. And that can lead, I think, to a lack of accountability when it comes to AI. So yes, absolutely adopt this technology. It's a brilliant tool, but you've got to keep that human accountability, because if there's a data breach, if something happens, the AI doesn't care. Yeah. The AI is not going to be up at 5 a.m. trying to fix it, or AI is not going to be rolling out your incident response plan. So absolutely, do use the technologies, but maintain that accountability as well.
Yeah. Okay. So I think I probably know where this is going, but is AI always the right answer?
It's often a great part of the answer, absolutely. Yeah. We should take full advantage of all the advances, but it's not always the answer. There are other options, and my advice would really be, think about what you're looking to achieve. Is AI going to be the solution? Is it going to be part of the solution? Is something else going to be better? So we're currently running some research, vendor agnostic user research into cybersecurity burnout. And one of the things we're exploring is which solutions have helped reduce cybersecurity burnout. And you may or may not be surprised to hear that using an MDR service is proving to be more effective at reducing burnout than AI. So AI is very much part of the solution, but it doesn't mean it's always the only or the best solution. Yeah. So really think about AI with the same business rigor you would any other investment. What are you looking to achieve? How are you going to measure it? What's going to be the positive outcomes? And absolutely, then make the right choices for your business.
Yeah, perfect. So just moving it on to the people side a little bit. So should we be worried that AI is going to be making people redundant? Should people be concerned about that?
Really common concern, absolutely. Yeah. And I think the focus should definitely be for businesses. How can AI enable my value team to be more effective, more efficient, do more rewarding work, and also feel more satisfied in what they do? So that's really the question to be thinking of. And we've been doing, as I said, AI at Sophos for a pretty long time, and AI hasn't made anyone redundant. It has enabled some people to kind of focus on the more rewarding aspects of their jobs. But yeah, in our experience, the focus should be on how can it make things better and more effective for my teams, not how can I replace them.
Okay, perfect. So on that same theme then, let's say I'm interested in a career in AI. How would I get started?
Yeah, so AI, hugely interesting area. Lots of people looking to go into AI. There's a lot of university courses that include AI modules, so that will help you get the building blocks, the foundations that you need, help you make some connections. But I actually was speaking about this the other week with our AI team, and they said, there's a lot of competition for the good jobs, of course. Yeah. What you can do is you want to make yourself stand out. And one way to do that is to build a model. So think of a real world situation where AI can help, and it doesn't need to be cybersecurity, but then take that and think, right, okay, I'm going to build a model. I'm going to have something to demo that really shows my skills and my ability to apply those skills to real world situations to deliver outcomes. So if you're looking for a career in AI and to getting those first steps, that would be the advice from our team. Build it and have people, something that you can show your expertise.
Perfect. All right, thank you. Well, that brings us to the end of the questions. So thanks for your time, Sally. Hope you found it interesting watching this video. If you've got any questions or want to discuss anything that we've talked about today, please get in touch. You can comment on the video or you can drop us an email and we'll be more than happy to have a chat. Thanks for watching.